Namaste. This is Rudrani from India. For me, peace means communion. Before I begin, permit me to create a self introspection journey for you. Imagine yourself in a room, a dark room where you're surrounded by different people. Imagine that everyone is different in some way, be it their looks, be it the color of the skin, be it the voice, or be it the way they look different from one another, the dress that they wear, or the way they sit, the way they stand, etc. Just because they are different, are you going to be curious about them? Are you going to see them as threat perception? Are you going to be willing to go and say, "Hi, I'm Rudrani"? Or are you going to be stepping backward and be like, "Oh my god, this is a threat, I need to run away"? And then suddenly, in the middle of the room, you see a bulb lighting up and you see these different people and their stories written, and you start seeing that, oh my god, this person is such an inspiration, and this person is someone I would want to work with. This is somebody I want to help and create a little bit difference in their life. And this in itself has been my mission, where we stop seeing each other with that of preconceived labels, but rather we look into their stories and start thinking of them as humans, humans who are worth creating a difference for. As a victim, as a survivor, as a fighter of the conflict of us versus them, I have made it my lifelong mission to bridge this gap. I strongly believe that a lot many times conflicts begin because we perceive each other wrong, because we are unable to bridge the differences. These conflicts, these preconceived notions make us feel different about one another, and we stop seeing each other as humans. It is my lifelong mission to hopefully create a world where we see each other as humans, as that are willing to know each other's story, curious of what the other can provide to us, and build our beautiful life in a little bit more beautifully different. And that in itself, for this purpose, as a Youth Peace Ambassador, I have created two projects. The first one is creating a gamified workshop where the participants, through that of Google Form, has been asked to position themselves in different scenarios, and are also provided with different options. These options help them in self introspecting their own choices and make them realize that somewhere deep down in their life, they themselves have created these preconceived biases, which has prevented them from seeing humans as humans first and has made them see them as certain labels. Through this journey, I hope to build dialogue as well as empathy, and at the same time allow each other to start rethinking about their thoughts, their stereotypes, and start building an environment, an ecosystem where they start questioning their perception and start responding to different situations better in a more dignified manner. For the second part, I strongly believe that peace is a skill. It is not an abstract concept only, but rather a skill that needs to be cultivated right from the early childhood. If we can develop all these preconceived biases based on the only story that we have heard, or based on the only thing that somebody has told us about someone, then why can we not cultivate it as a skill where we start building empathy from the very beginning, and we start building kindness from the very beginning? For this purpose, I have created a workshop with that of kids who are under the age of 8, and they have come together and have been asked through that of creative experiences, such as that of storytelling, to that of cooking together, to that of the drawing each other and mimicking each other, in the hopes of creating a beautiful forum where each one of them are kind to one another. By creating these workshops, I've realized that yes, peace is a beautiful skill that needs to be cultivated from early childhood itself. They have started becoming more empathetic towards one another, and they have started appreciating the differences that each one of them brings to the table. They have started resolving conflicts from their own initiatives, in fact, and that in itself is very beautiful. I do not need to intervene. They themselves are like, okay, you know what, maybe you should take up the initiative. Oh, you're good in this, let's do it together. And that in itself is the very building of peace, according to me. where you see each other as capable, as that of strong, and as that of the person who can build in a difference. While these are the two projects, I aim to carry it further by that of creating and building beautiful creative stories, storybooks for that of young kids, and at the same time taking my gamified workshop to that of more schools, and at the same time replicate these models globally and probably as a game as well. And from this, I hope to create a society where we are able to see each other as humans first. And we start being very curious about one another and start reading their stories, wanting to know what beautiful things they are to offer to us. Through this, I really, really hope we as humans start treating each other as dignified beings and may peace prevail on earth and we create a beautiful communion to move together. Thank you.